By the way, we want to thank CyberSN, Cybersecurity, and Day of Security for sponsoring the awesome launch. Those are awesome pizzas. Hope you like them. And with that, I'll give it to Travis to talk more about CyberSN. So here we go.
Thank you. So I wasn't planning on giving this speech in front of everyone, so but I'll keep it very short because I'm also hungry. My name is Travis Monson. I am a director of cybersecurity recruiting at CyberSN. A little bit about me real quick. I moved to San Francisco 11 years ago. My first job was as a cheesemonger, so I used to import cheese into San Francisco. Very random. My parents were like, "What are you doing in California selling cheese? That makes no sense." But I worked at Cowgirl Creamery in the Ferry Building. While I was living in SF, I started walking every single street of San Francisco. So I've actually walked every single street of San Francisco. I would not do that now. I do not have the time to do that, but in my 20s, I did it. Took over 80,000 pictures of San Francisco. And then through networking and through meeting people, I met someone who was in recruiting. She thought that my story and how I connected with people made sense to get into recruiting. And now I've been in recruitment for 8 years and then with CyberSN for 5 years. So CyberSN, well, actually last week was 5 years. It's crazy how fast time goes by. But CyberSN is founded by Deidre Diamond. She was the VP of sales at Rapid7 and had a huge background in cybersecurity staffing. And we aim to help people find jobs, but also we know that there's many broken layers of the job searching process. So outside of just looking for jobs, we're always helping get involved in nonprofits, connect people with different groups. So I'll keep on going. So I'm sure that you've heard a lot of these comments within job searching, like how can there be 500,000 posted jobs and I can't land an interview? It took me a year to find my current job. I had 20 interviews and nothing was a fit. We hear these comments all of the time. And you know, as a recruiter, you're like, oh, recruiter, like, of course you can't help everyone, but you know, we've seen a lot of things of why job searching is broken. And I think it takes a community to fix this, and it's really important to know what is broken. So first thing we have seen is who is like applied to a job that has like 1,000 requirements on it. And you're like, you need a pen tester, someone who has 8 years of, you know, correlating SIM logs and is new to cyber. No. So there's a lot of poor job descriptions. SEO is not connecting with the right jobs. Also, you are not seeing all the jobs that are out there. You never know if a hiring manager actually has an open role on their team. Maybe the company only has 10 job slots on LinkedIn and you have no idea that they have an opening. So there are many reasons why job search is broken. A couple others, there's just poor content out there. Like I think about the title security engineer. What does that mean? Like how many different types of
So vague.
It's so vague, and there's not a common language within what these titles mean. So you might be searching endlessly to find a job, but you look at it, you're like, this doesn't make any sense. So there's a lack of common language within our community. And also like a lot of these companies, they have recruiters, but they don't speak cyber at all. And so it's really hard to get them to build these job descriptions. And it makes sense. Like you can't know how to build a content engineer role or signals engineer job description. So there's a lot of poor content out there. Other things is unreliable salary data, just delayed process. So with all this, I think it's good to know that there are many layers of the job search system that's broken, but there is a community that it takes an entire community to solve this. So within the demands, one report said job postings at their organizations tend to be unrealistic, demand too much experience, too many certifications, or too many specific technical skills. And so for us at CyberSN, what we do is we step in, sit down with hiring managers and understand what is the true story of this job? Like why is this role open? And help hiring managers understand that, you know, there are different backgrounds and skill sets can fill these needs. One of my favorite stories was we had an intern who came in, she had no experience, and the hiring manager had a senior security engineer job open on their team. But we know her story. Like, we knew that she had a software engineering background. She had common threads with her interests with different team members. And we were like, this is probably not the right fit, but you should speak with this hiring manager. And now she's worked with the company for 5 years now. So there are many ways you connect with people beyond just endlessly clicking on LinkedIn jobs. One thing that my CISO did, we have a security team at my company. They're doing a lot of research into every type of job category that's out there. So who is new to cyber? Is there anyone brand new to cyber breaking in? Cool. So there, like I said, security engineer could literally be 100 different things. And it's really hard to understand what is my career path within cybersecurity. Like, where can I go within pen testing, or where can I go within incident response? So knowing what functional roles are out there and what your path could be can really help you within your career. So we mapped out all of these different career paths, so I would check that out. Other things is when you're interviewing, this kind of tips and tricks, when you're interviewing, make sure that you have an idea in mind of what motivates you within your search. Don't go in there without doing your preparation, thinking about, you know, areas of your jobs that you love or hate. And of course, recruiters should help you understand like the hiring manager and what they're looking for, but really think about what's motivating you, what is exciting you about cybersecurity, why are you here now, and networking. Understanding the different job categories. If you're new to the industry, not every job's technical. You have marketing, you have sales, there's many different layers to cybersecurity, so know that there's a job for everyone. And then if you're new to cyber, think about past roles that have helped you. Like, I used to work, what's helped me, I actually used to work at a database or a data center, and I'd unstack, unrack servers and sell parts. And so I would work with a lot of people in data centers, and it really helped me connect. Yep. And then the thing I'm gonna skip this, sorry, I wanna get to lunch. Another thing is what y'all are doing right now, networking and building your community is extremely important. I go to a lot of events throughout California, and whenever I hear about a new event, I put that down. So if anyone wants to connect with me, I share all the different resources from podcasts, cybersecurity conferences, groups, because you never know if your future employer or someone that's looking for a job, you can help them out. So just coming here, networking is extremely important. And here are a couple more resources for different groups that help get women into cybersecurity. Who's done data security before or attended that? So in December, they're hosting a career event on December 8th. They were going to do the full virtual conference, but there's over 1,500 women in cybersecurity that do free boot camps, breakout rooms. They're going to tailor the December 8th conference to helping women who are breaking into cybersecurity. So definitely share that. And then the virtual conference will happen probably in January or February, so I'll keep everyone posted. Yeah, that was I wasn't planning on giving this, so but does anyone have questions for me about what I see within cyber hiring? Or yeah.
How does you and your team work? Do you find the talent and work with the recruiters? Are you a liaison between them? What's that look like for people that are looking?
Yeah, so I help work, my function is to help candidates. So we have a team that goes and finds and works with different companies. My role is to sit down with candidates of all backgrounds and understand what they're looking for. Some people only want remote work, some people will not relocate, other people, I mean, we all have things that motivate us, so we make sure that we're not placing you with a hiring manager that you won't vibe with, you know? Yeah, and then we have teams across the US, so we're always working with big organizations on building up their teams. Yeah. Any other questions before lunch? No, I think we're good. Awesome. Thank you so much.
Thank you.